Every animal feels pain. A dog gets hurt, it whimpers. A wolf loses its pack, it howls. An elephant watches its baby die. It goes quiet, but none of them cry. Not a single tear. Only one animal on this entire planet produces emotional tears. You. So why? Why do humans, out of every creature that has ever existed, cry when they're sad, when they're happy, when they watch a movie, when they hear a song they haven't heard in 10 years? The answer is one of the strangest stories in the history of evolution, and once you hear it, you'll never think about crying the same way again. First, let's clear something up. All animals produce tears. Your dog's eyes water. A whale's eyes stay moist underwater. Even crocodiles have tears, which is where the phrase comes from. But those are reflex tears. Biological, automatic, just keeping the eye clean and lubricated. What humans do is completely different. We cry because of feelings, because someone left, because something was beautiful, because we're so frustrated we don't have words anymore. No other animal does this, not chimpanzees, our closest relatives, not elephants, who actually mourn their dead, not dogs, who clearly feel emotion, just us. Darwin himself was obsessed with this. He called human crying the most peculiar and most human of all expressions, and he spent years trying to figure out why. He never fully did. So here's what scientists actually think is happening. Theory one, crying is a surrender signal. Think about it. When you cry, what happens to your vision? It blurs. You literally cannot see properly. And here's the thing, an animal that can't see is not a threat. Researchers believe that crying evolved as a way to signal to other humans, I give up. I'm not dangerous. I need help. In ancient tribes, showing weakness to the wrong person got you killed. But crying, felt involuntary, uncontrollable crying, was proof. You weren't faking. You couldn't fake it. Your body was physically saying, I am vulnerable right now. Please don't hurt me. And it worked. Because humans, unlike almost every other animal, respond to tears with care, not attack. We see someone cry and we move toward them, not away. That's not normal in nature. That's extraordinary. Theory two, crying is a chemical release. This one is fascinating. When you cry emotional tears, not reflex tears, emotional tears, your body releases something different. Emotional tears contain higher levels of stress hormones. Literally, your body is physically flushing stress out through your eyes. Researchers found that people who cried during sad movies felt significantly better afterward than people who held it back. Not because the movie changed, because the chemistry of their body changed. Crying isn't weakness, it's your body's most efficient stress removal system. Your ancestors who cried processed emotions faster, recovered quicker, were more functional in the tribe. The ones who held it in stayed stressed, got sick more often, burned out. You cry because crying works. 300,000 years of evolution said so. Theory three, this one nobody talks about. Crying might be how humans first learned to trust each other. In a world where anyone could be an enemy, tears were the only signal that couldn't be faked. You can fake a smile, you can fake words, you can fake kindness, you cannot fake tears. Not the ugly, uncontrollable, voice cracking kind. When ancient humans saw someone cry like that, it was the most honest signal they'd ever receive. This person is not performing. This person is real, and realness in a tribe where survival depended on trust was everything. So humans evolved to respond to tears the way they did, to feel pulled toward the person crying, to want to help, to feel something. Crying didn't just help the person crying, it built the entire foundation of human connection. Now, here's the part that will actually stay with you. You know that thing where you cry at movies or at a song or at a commercial that has literally nothing to do with your life? Scientists couldn't figure this out for years. Why would your body's ancient survival mechanism activate for a fictional character? Here's what they found. Your brain doesn't fully distinguish between real and imagined pain. When you watch a character lose someone they love, your brain processes it almost the same way as if you lost someone. The emotional response is real. The tears are real. The chemistry is real. You're not being dramatic. Your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do, responding to loss, connecting with pain, being human. The fact that you cry at movies isn't a glitch, it's proof that your empathy is working perfectly. So here's what's wild. You live in a world that tells you not to cry. Man up. Don't be so sensitive. Get it together. But crying is the most uniquely human thing you do. More than language, more than art, more than technology. Every animal communicates, every animal creates, every animal uses tools. Only one cries, only you. And your tears, the embarrassing ones, the ugly ones, the ones that come out of nowhere at 2 a.m., are the reason your species survived. They built trust, they released stress. They said, I'm human in the only language that needed no translation. So next time you cry, and you will, remember your body isn't failing you, it's doing something no other creature on earth can do.